Hey everyone, my name is Jesús Triviño and I'm here con El Inicio.
Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. My parents are from Guayaquil. And I grew up with Caribbean Latinos. So I grew up largely I would say with Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. Hip hop took a hold of me when I was 10 or 11. Because I got deep into the hip hop, I started reading the magazines. So I started reading The Source and Vibe, and that's when I found out that oh wow, so I saw Carlito Rodriguez, who ended up becoming the editor-in-chief of The Source, and he was Cuban and Dominican. The article that really changed it for me was Vamos a Rapear, and it was by Carlito in The Source, and it was a full feature on how Latinos were there day one for hip hop, helping creating it, DJing, breakdancing, all that stuff. Long story short, by the time I was 20, I was already working as a hip hop journalist. What I was interested in was music. So I didn't want to cover hard news or be on TV. It wasn't until college that I was oh wow, I can do this and I can actually do this now. So I did 4 internships. So it was SOHH, Vibe, Rolling Stone, and People.com. I was editor at the school paper, working at a mom and pop DVD store, and I was working as a journalist. While in college, The Source sent me to Puerto Rico to cover the first feature on reggaeton. So first piece on reggaeton for them, and I want to say the first piece of reggaeton for any English language magazine in the States. That's when I started getting into reggaeton, and that's when it was really started popping over here in the States and in New York. So I ended up meeting the people that I admired as a kid, right? So I met Mimi, I worked with her, and I wrote for her when she was a Latina. Twan Thomas, who's the head of Vibe now, he works for Dick Clark. He's always been a good, I look to him for advice. Tony Gervino, he gave me my first full-time job. In 07, I think, I was still at Scratch. And Mimi was editor-in-chief of Latina. They had a piece on Ivy Queen, so I did the interview with Ivy Queen, and I handed my piece into to Latina, and then the best compliment was, so the editor told me that Mimi said, they barely touched it, and it was a great piece. But that position helped me really come into my own, and really even to do what I want to now, because when I was there 5+ years, and I booked about 60 covers. J-Lo, Shakira, Demi Lovato, Romeo Santos, and then the last 2 I booked was my swan song to them was Bruno Mars and Camila Cabello. When I got the title as a journalist, when artists come by, they're like, "Jesús, vamos una fotito," and I'm I never used to say, I've interviewed many people in my life. I have, from my journalism days, I have a few pictures. But now I have way too many pictures because when they want to come by, they want to know that they're going to see so-and-so at this place, so-and-so at this place. And they're and now I'm all right, let's do the pose, let's go, bro. My Instagram is literally my daughter and reggaetoneros. So, but that's part of the job. Because being professional goes a long way, and being someone nice to be around. People want to be around people that have good energy. Professional goes a long way. 50 Cent, he is where he is because he's professional. If you do a photo shoot with him, he's there on time. Same thing for Pitbull. Pit's on time. Be professional, and it goes a long way.